Okay, so I need to do this common assessment for my class, this test. I put my name on the top so my teacher knows it's me. Okay, let me look over this and see what's going on. I see that a text feature, I see out of the rubble. So that's the title. I see below it words in bold. Mackenday was getting ready for a school dance in Haiti when one of the most devastating earthquakes in history struck this country. So that's important because it's in bold. I see it's divided up into sections. There's one here that I'm assuming is the introduction. The next one says search and rescue. On the back, I see that they have a section rising from the rubble and hope for Haiti. So, okay, I checked my text features. All right, so let me look at these questions I'm going to have to answer. Number 1, in the first paragraph of the section, search and rescue, what is the meaning of the word horrific? Number 2, select the definition of the underlined word in this excerpt from the passage. Okay, I can just read it back and forth. Okay. The next part, I need to read the sentence from the text on the left and match the words from over here. Okay, all right. Number 6, what explanation does the author give for why it's difficult for people to get an education in Haiti? Okay, 7 is 2 parts, so that's 7 and 8, part A and B. Okay, so it's not just 7, it's 7 and 8. Okay. 7 from the passage, I can infer that Mackenday. 8, which statement from the passage best supports my answer? 9, after rereading Rising from the Rubble, what role does this section play in the article? And 10, what would be a good title for another good title from Rising from the Rubble? Alright, 11, what role does this section Hope for Haiti play in the article as a whole? 12, what does the author describe Mackenday's bedroom? Or why does the author describe Mackenday's bedroom in Hope for Haiti? 13, which 2 of the following sentences from the article include the central idea? Okay, and 14, which statement would be most important to include in a summary of the article? Okay, so those are the questions, 14 questions, all right, the directions say 14 questions. All right, so let me begin reading out of the rubble. It was just before 5 p.m. on January 12th, 2010. Mackenday of Senegal, 18, was getting ready for a dance at his school in Leone, Haiti. Suddenly the floor started moving up and down violently. All around him, buildings crashed to the ground. People were screaming, the dust was so thick it blocked the sun. What was happening? Mackenday sprinted back and forth in the panic until he realized 10 kindergartners were trapped in the crumbling building he just escaped from. When he reached the classroom, he grabbed the kids one by one and took them out onto the street, where they huddled in chaos. He told himself to stay calm and not to show the kids he was scared. But he was scared. Mackenday was in the middle of one of the most devastating earthquakes in history. Search and rescue. The next few days were so horrific, Mackenday says he went crazy, and he can't remember what happened very well. He does recall looking for his family. He didn't know if his mom and 8 siblings in his hometown of Destra had survived. Amid the agony and the chaos, Mackenday received such good news he could scarcely believe it. He ran into a woman from Destra who happened to know what was going on with his family. She explained that his mother, brothers, and sisters were all alive and had found shelter in a stadium. Overjoyed, Mackenday rushed to see them. Their reunion was nothing short of a miracle. But there was also tragedy. Mackenday's aunt had been killed. Most of his friends were dead too. Rising from the rubble. As he considered all he had been through and how blessed he was to have survived, Mackenday realized he had to make something of his life. He'd always dreamed of getting an education, not easy in Haiti, while most kids quit school by 6th grade to support their families. Mackenday left home at age 12 to go to school in Leone. During his second year there in 2006, Mackenday met Megan Rep from West Des Moines, Iowa. She was volunteering as a teacher at Mackenday's school. Megan thought Mackenday was smart, kind, and charismatic, a natural leader. Megan and her family wanted to help Mackenday fulfill his dream of going to college in the U.S. After the quake, getting to the U.S. was very complicated. All of Mackenday's papers had been lost. Refusing to give up, he sifted through the rubble of his school until he found papers proving he had attended, which he needed for a visa. Then he moved to a tent city in Leone and waited. In November 2010, Mackenday finally arrived in West Des Moines. Hope for Haiti? Today, Mackenday lives with the Raps. He leads a typical American life, but his heart remains in Haiti. On a bulletin board in his bedroom a Haitian flag and a picture of his family. Tears well up in his eyes.
Attention student and staff, Ms. Herrera is selling pizza in her room. 10202, Ms. Herrera is selling pizza in her room.
Boy, these announcements are annoying while I'm trying to read and concentrate on my test.
10204, you're selling pizza.
Let me start over because I will never remember what I wrote because of that interruption. Hope for Haiti. Today McIntyre lives with the rats. He leads a typical American life, but his heart remains in Haiti. On a bulletin board above his bedroom hang a Haitian flag, a picture of his family, and a picture of his family. Tears well up in his eyes when he talks about his country's problems. It sometimes seems that the problems are too big to solve. 1 million people in Haiti still don't have homes. Still, McIntyre believes he lived through the quake for a reason. That reason is to help people, starting with his friends and family. He will start college soon and is thinking of a career in law. The most important thing, he says, is to be able to send money to his loved ones back home. All right, I've read my passage. I think I'm ready for my questions. I'm going to pull that apart so it's easier for me to do. I can restaple that later. In the first paragraph of the section, Search and Rescue, what is the meaning of the word horrific? All right, so we said the first paragraph in Search and Rescue, so remember Search and Rescue is down here. So it says, the next few weeks were so horrific, McIntyre says he went crazy. Okay, so horrific, I know he went crazy and he can't remember what happened. He does recall looking for his family. He didn't know if his siblings had survived. Well, he didn't know if his family was alive. So I bet these clues will help me pick my answer. I'm going to label them for question 1 so I do not get confused as I'm using my textual evidence to help me answer my questions. All right, so in the first paragraph of Search and Rescue, horrific, inoffensive, lazy. Oh, that's not lazy. I better pay attention more. Inoffensive, crazy, terrible, suitable. Well, inoffensive, I'm not sure what that means. To offend somebody means to make them mad, and not mad, I don't know that that really fits. I'm going to cross that off. I got crazy, terrible, suitable. Suitable means able to do something. I don't know if that's going to be it. I'm not 100% positive what that word means, but I'm going to take a guess. So I have crazy and terrible. So I'm going to look at my textual evidence. Let me see. When I look back, he's saying horrific. He said he went crazy, so maybe it's crazy or terrible, but he says he doesn't know if they'd survive. So that implies to me he might be worried and he might be upset, and that's not going to be crazy. Like, he's not going to act insane. So out of these two, I think terrible, because he doesn't know if they survived and he's really upset. I think terrible is going to be the best answer, so I'm going to circle that one. All right, number 2, it says, select the definition of the underlying word. Okay, McIntyre sprinted back and forth in a panic until he realized 10 kindergartners were trapped in the crumbling building he just escaped from. So he went back and forth and he was panicked. And so secured, dashed, walked, or danced. Well, he's not dancing. There's an earthquake. There's no time to dance. Secured means to fasten or to keep something in place, so I don't know about that. Dashed or walked. If he's panicked, he's dashing. He's running. So I think that's the best answer. All right, read the sentences and match the definition. Okay, he didn't know if his mom and 8 siblings in his hometown of Destra had survived. Okay, my choices are brother and sister, coming together, damaging, family, I don't know. I know mom and 8 siblings. It could be brothers and sisters, or it could be his whole family. Let me look back in the passage. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, so it says here, I already underlined this, he didn't know if his mom and 8 siblings in his hometown have survived. Amid the agony, she explained that...
Mrs. Julie Rodriguez or Mrs. Annette Montgomery, please dial 0.
How am I supposed to keep taking this test if they keep making announcements? It really messes up my concentration. She explained that his mother, brothers, and sisters were... so they tell me his mother, brothers, and sisters are alive. He doesn't know that was 8 siblings. So I'm going to say, since they talked about parents here, and it says his mom, that siblings must mean brothers and sisters. So I think that's going to be A, so I'm going to match that there. Okay, so I think that's the best choice for that one. I'm going to label that 3, because it says brothers and sisters specifically. It doesn't say aunt or uncle as a sibling, so I'm going to use I think the text supports that's brothers and sisters and not family. Okay, Mackenday was in the middle of one of the most devastating earthquakes, so I have come together, damaging family. Devastating, it's an earthquake in history, something in history. I think that's damaging, so I'm going to say that. C. Overjoyed, Mackenday rushed to see them. Their reunion was nothing short of a miracle. He rushed to see them. It was a miracle. Coming together, their reunion family, it's got to be coming together. So I say reunion means coming together. Number 6. Goodness, this test has taken me forever. Okay, what explanation does the author give for why it's difficult for people to live, go to school, and Haiti? Alright, so where was that in my passage? Okay, let me skim and scan my passage. Alright, I don't see it here. Search and rescue. Oh. Alright, as I skim, rising from the rubble. Oh, here it is. It says, Mackenday left home at 12. Okay, as I skim, I see up here. Okay, as he considered all we've been through, he realized he had to make some of his life. Good. He'd always dreamed of getting an education, but that was not easy in Haiti, where most kids quit school to help support families. Oh, wow. So, people had to work. So I'm going to label these 6, because that's going to go with my question 6, and I don't want to get confused. All right, so the textual evidence told me the kids drop out to support their families. Does it say that? Okay, there are very few schools. Teachers don't want to live in rural areas. Oh, look, most students quit school to support their families. That was my answer, word for word from the text. So I can circle that one and move on. Okay, this is the 2-parter. It says, from the passage, you can infer that Mackenday was unaffected by the earthquake, no longer interested. Well, I don't think he was unaffected. I remember it said that he was crazy looking for his family, so that affected him. So I'm going to cross that off right now. He was going to use the experience to help others. He was overwhelmed, felt problems he couldn't solve. So let me go back and skim and scan my passage. So I'm going to look at my front page. I don't see anything here. As I skim the back of my paper out of the rubble, Hope for Haiti, I see that down here. And it tells me today what he's doing, and it tells me he leads a typical American life. His heart remains in Haiti. On the bulletin board in his bedroom, it's a picture of his flag and his family. Flag and family, tears well up. It's sometimes seen that the problems are too big to solve. But he says he got through the quake for a reason. I think that's going to help me. And he will start that reason is to help people, starting with his friends and family. Look at that, it tells me that. So let me go back and see. Okay, so I can infer so my other choice is that he's definitely interested, was going to use experience to help himself and others. He's overwhelmed. He did feel overwhelmed, but he's going to use his experience to help others, because it tells me right here, he feels he survived, because it'll help his friends and family. Part B. Which statement from the passage best supports that? Okay, let's see. So he told himself to stay calm. Okay, Megan thought that Mackenday was a smart kid. Nah, that doesn't matter really. Today Mackenday lives with the Raps. He leads a typical American life, but his heart still remains in Haiti. I don't think that's a good one. I don't know about that one. Still Mackenday believes he lived through the quake for a reason, to help people. It told me that word for word. Perfect. Oh yeah, look, right back here. So I see that, I'll use that for 7 and 8. Great. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay. Number 9. Oh my goodness, this test is taking forever. I'm going to reread the section Rising from the Rubble. What role does this section play in the article? So why did Rising from the Rubble? To provide examples that he had a better life for himself, to give a summary of how he helped others, to compare his life to Haiti, okay, and explains how he got his law degree. He didn't get a law degree, I don't remember that. I just remember them saying that he went to school. So I'm going to cross that one off, because I know that was for sure not my answer. So Rising from the Rubble. Okay, so I'm going to skim this really quickly. Let's see. All considered he'd been through. He's blessed, he survived, he got an education. He always dreamed of getting an education. He didn't get one yet there. Okay, McIntyre left home at 12 to went to school. The earthquake hit. Everything was complicated after getting his papers to get to the U.S. Okay, so I'm going to read that. What does it say here? Okay, so I think it doesn't summarize how he helped others. It's talking about himself. Someone crossed that off. It compares his life to Haiti before and after the quake. I think it, no, because these examples tell me about all that he's been through and how he's making a better life for himself. So A is the best answer because it tells me here he always dreamed of getting an education. And then it tells me, even though it was complicated getting to the U.S., he found the papers and he moved, he started his move. He lived in a tent city, then he moved to Des Moines. So that's telling me more about his dedication. Number 10. What would be another good title from Rising from the Rubble? Keeping Dreams Alive, Tent City Living. Okay, this whole thing is not about tent city living. That's a detail. Getting to the U.S. is complicated. It's hard to get an education in Haiti. It's hard to get an education in Haiti was a detail. This whole thing was not about him getting to the U.S. It was about his dream for an education and surviving, so I think it is the best. Okay, 11. What role does this section hope for Haiti play in the article as a whole? Alright, what role does this section hope for Haiti? So when I go back here, it's telling me about his American life, how he still feels bad about what's happened. He wants to help his family. He feels he lives through the quake for a reason. So what does it say here? That it describes the life McIntyre leads in America. It suggests there are Haiti's problems. Many, he still wants to help his homeland, identifies, no, it does not identify the problems Haiti faces. It doesn't compare his life. It starts to tell me about his life, but this is all about, he feels he wants to help his homeland. He's driven. So I'm going to put that, because he's going to law school so that he can help his family and send money back to the homeland. Okay, so B's the best answer there. All right, good. Number 12. Why does the author describe his bedroom? Okay, so they tell me here that in his bedroom, his heart remains in Haiti. He's got a bulletin board with a flag and a picture of his family. Okay, why would they tell me that? To show he has a better life in the U.S.? I don't know about that. To compare his bedroom in the U.S. with his bedroom in Haiti? No, because they don't tell me about his house in Haiti. To show he still cares about his country's problem? To show he's decorating? No, they didn't tell me about the decorations. I think the best choice, it doesn't show how he has a better life. It's a picture of the flag and his family. He still cares, so that's the best answer based on my textual evidence about his room and stuff from Hope for Haiti right down here. All right, 13. Oh my gosh, I have 2 more left. I'm so happy, but I'm not going to rush through. I'm still going to take my time. Okay, which 2 of the following sentences include the central idea? When he reached the classroom, he grabbed the kids one by one and took them out to the street where they huddled in chaos. The next few weeks were so horrific, he said he went crazy, he can't remember what happened very well. As he considered all that he'd been through and how blessed he was to have survived, he realized he had to make something of his life. Still, McIntyre believes he lived through the quake for a reason. Okay, so let me look here. All right, this is a fact. If I think about this whole passage, that's just one of the facts. So that leaves me 2, so that means these 2 are out. Okay, 2, the next few weeks were so horrific, he went crazy, considered, yeah. No, I know that he still believes he lived for a reason. That's the overall, one of the overall central ideas. Okay, he's been through, he's blessed to survive, he realized how to do something with his life. Yeah, this one's another detail, because that was just telling me about that section. So it's going to be 3 and 4, perfect. So that's going to be D. Okay. Number 14. Which statement would be most important to include in a summary of an article? McIntyre lived through one of the most devastating earthquakes in history. Getting an education is not easy in Haiti where most kids quit school. Many believe that through, I'm sorry, not many. What am I doing? I'm so tired. I can't even read these questions now. Good thing this is almost over. McIntyre believes that through his education, he can provide help to the people of Haiti, and 1 million people in Haiti still don't have homes. Okay, I don't remember. Yeah, that's a detail. That's not going to be the most important for the summary. So if I'm writing summary, Okay, I don't think this one, getting an education in Haiti, they do quit school, that'll be a fact, but if people didn't know that, it wouldn't matter. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my cell phone on silent, hopefully I won't get in trouble. What a disruption to my test, there's been so many. All right. Mackenzie lived through, he believes, you know what, I think that the most important thing people to know that this guy wants his education because he wants to help his people, so he believes that. So I think I'd include that in the detail. All right, so I'm finished with my test, but let me look over this really quickly just to make sure I've answered all my questions. Okay, 1, 2, okay, I've matched these, so I don't want to turn anything in blank. If I skipped one or I didn't circle in right, I want to make sure, okay, everything's answered. Excellent. There's 11, all right, good, I have everything answered. I'm ready to turn this in. Oh wow, that's over.